Okay, let's have a look at some of the expansions. We'll start with the very first one. It's an American deck for Warfighter World War II. I went ahead and took the liberty of removing the shrink wrap ahead of time off of these card decks just to speed things up a little bit. And each expansion contains additional location cards, action cards, additional weapons, and additional soldiers. Tons of cool stuff. All right. Ambushers. Okay, looks like there are American enemies. I believe if you want, you can play the Germans, or you can play the Russians. You don't have to play the Americans if you don't want. So, yeah, these are American target cards. Let's see, trucks, half-tracks, tanks. All right, rifle team. All right, flamethrower team. Officers. There are 56 cards in each one of these expansions. All right. There's the first expansion. Americans. Expansion 2, the UK. Okay, we've got British soldiers, player soldiers, squad soldiers. Okay. Non-player soldiers. All right. Nice selection of guys here. And British weapons. The Mark I Enfield, rocket launchers, flamethrowers, grenades, the Mark I machine gun, Sten gun, and British enemies. Looks like you're going to have a lot of options to maybe create your own matchups and scenarios. It's one of the things I loved about the original Warfighter, was all the freedom you had to create your own. It's the preparation beforehand. Creating your own group of soldiers, equipping them the way you like, outfitting them with skills any way you like. Here's the third expansion, Germany. Doesn't want to come out. Yep. German soldiers that you can pick, that you can recruit. These cards are nice. Okay, location cards, action cards, the Model 24 grenade, the Sturmgewehr, MG42, Mauser, Panzerschreck, Flammenwerfer, booby traps, and skills. Nice. Mission cards. Expansion 4, this is gear. We've got a location card, skill cards. More weapons, more explodey stuff. A Luger. An RPG grenade. We got some Soviet stuff here. A Mosin Nagant. Quality boots. Blast grenade. Web gear. More skill cards. More soldier cards. Oh, these are enemies, yes. American enemies, British enemies, more German enemies. Nice. Event cards. Expansion 6. More Americans. Soldiers. Some of these soldiers come preloaded with special skills. Squad soldiers. Location cards. Okay. Trucks, jeeps, armed jeeps. Expansion 7, we have more British. With more British soldiers. Okay, more British weapons. Rifle grenade. Mortars. Scoped rifles. And more British enemies. Cromwell tank. All right. Armored car. All right. Expansion 8. More Germans. German soldiers. Awesome. So each expansion looks like it has a little selection of more soldiers, more enemy targets, equipment, weapons, locations. Here's more German enemies. Screening force, machine gun team. All right. Expansions 9 and 10 are both Soviet. Looking forward to seeing these. There's one hiding in there. All right. Objective card. Here we go. Here's our Soviet soldiers. Molotov, of course. Nice. More locations. Tons of locations. And as with modern Warfighter, all these cards, the locations, the equipment, it's all mix and match. Use whatever you want. Don't use whatever you want. It's all designed to work together. SVT-40. All right, and Russian target cards. Russian enemies. All right. More Russians. Tupolev, Chuikov, Golikov, Novikov. All right. Pipisha. All right. Cavalry Saber. Oh boy. And more Russian enemies. And objectives and missions. Then we got our final two card expansions here. And they are Polish troops. I guess if you want to simulate your own blitzkrieg. Polish troops. Okay. Polish weapons. Wow. Okay. German enemies. And Polish enemies. Okay. Those should be interesting to play with. Most war games, the Polish aren't featured very prominently. Well, not in World War II games. I know you're watching this, Dan. I'm sure there's going to be a Pacific expansion coming down the turnpike. Gotta get Japanese troops in here. Gotta let us do some island fighting. This is gonna be great. More Polish troops. All right. Okay, we got scenarios here. And more Polish enemies of all kinds. And the 13th expansion is this bag of cool metal tokens. to mark your ammo status, experience, grenades, etc. They're heavy, they're good quality. If you want to spruce up your game a little bit, I suppose it'd be worth having. I like the ammo tokens. Grenades are nice. Could have used a little more detail. And finally, the 5th expansion, the enormous ammo box to keep all of your Warfighter goodies in. There's some tape here on the sides holding the lid down. I think rather than peel this off and risk damaging the box, I'll just fold it in. This is deep. And we've got let's see. Here we go. It's a Ziploc bag, but it's coming apart. That's okay. These aren't going to stay in a bag. These are separators. Thick, hard plastic, colorful, to keep all of your nationalities, your equipment, your locations, your objectives, your hostiles, to keep it all organized in this box. Very nice. Very nice. American soldier cards, American weapons, whoops, German hostiles. Oh boy. This is deep. Ah boy. More soldier cards. Decks and decks and decks of cards. Oh boy. This is a haul. Okay, and with the lid on, the ammo box is 8 inches deep, 9 inches across, and 16 inches wide. Okay, I'm going to organize all the cards, and then I'm going to give you a look at how it looks once it's all where it's supposed to be. Okay, there it is. The cards are sorted and organized. I've used the separators, and as you can see, there's more than enough room for everything that you can get for Warfighter World War II. What I've done here is used the card deck expansion boxes. They're empty. To fill in the void spaces. I've got all of my soldiers, hostiles, equipment, weapons on this side. And then I've got the action deck, skill cards, locations, objectives, missions, all that good stuff on this side. And then there's plenty of room. I used one of my own Ziplocs for my metal tokens. plenty of, you can see there's plenty of room here for future expansions. And if you want to, this is going to be a shelf hog, no doubt. So if you want, you can get rid of your base game box. All of the components fit in this box perfectly. So Dan, we need some more expansions to fill this thing up, man. We need some Japanese. Oh, what a haul. What a beautiful haul. And if, by the way, if you sleeve your cards, no worries. There's plenty of room in here if you want to sleeve your cards. I mean, you can see all the extra room you've got. So, very nice. So there it is, everybody. Part 2 of Warfighter World War II, plus all the expansions. The longest unboxing I have ever done. There's just so much here. Looks like a great game. Can't wait to get into it. That's it for now. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Happy gaming.